When it comes to assets, okay, well, we started talking off, kind of moving into the game style section. We can break the game down into a few simple sets. All right. First being player assets. Arguably, the player is the most important part of the game. You think of a first-person shooter, it might show a pair of hands or a weapon for the player. Okay. We have our background images, which you can place position assets where you can determine game flow. Here you have kind of creation of your level. We also have our environmental assets. These are your non-interactive, your passive assets that are in the game world. You can kind of think of this as clouds that float or trees that move in the wind. They add detail and variation. So a developer can build a lot of unique levels just on top of a single background image, going back to the second item in the workflow. And then last, we have our in-game assets. These are your interactive components, known as in-game assets. These are your animated sprites or your sound effects as well, that can alert a player when a task is complete or when something is going on in your game. And these kind of wrap up the assets in your game, especially in game style. And essentially, this Bill and Ted problem, which is on page 79, essentially, as I said before, it's just that you want your art come first before programming, because you need to see a visual and need to have that set up before you can start programming and see how things interact and perfect the gameplay.